Community feedback is a big deal for us. The combination of community feedback and football itself is what inspires us every year to keep innovating and to create the most authentic and fun experience we can. And we know we have a big community, so this year we actually talked to over 3,000 players, from pro players to new players, casual players, hardcore players. And because we know this is a two-way conversation, we released an important Pitch Notes article at the end of May, where we explain a little bit more about how we approach community feedback. So we listen to things like shooting inconsistencies or AI defending, and this feedback, together with our drive to create a more authentic football experience, led us to develop a new feature set that comes together as football intelligence.
Okay, all right, so catchphrases are all well and good, right? But let's dive into this, right? Because I want to be able to dive deeper into what all this means for the player. What does football intelligence mean for the folks that are going to be playing in a few months?
Sure, football intelligence is a combination of features that improve the three main components of the match: on the ball, off the ball, and the ball itself. And this year we're innovating in those three areas. On the ball, we're enhancing the one-on-one moments by giving you new attacking and defending tools. Off the ball, with a re-architected game flow, we're giving players more time and space on the ball. And for the ball itself, we have a brand new ball physics system that elevates the authenticity on every touch.
Okay, so you mentioned off the ball first. That's something that, I'm assuming you're talking about computer control players there. And this is a big topic within the community.
I know.
How those players interact with you when you're playing the game. So, yeah, I mean, what is off the ball? What does that mean for us?
Yes, so off the ball, if there's something that is really going to change how the game plays, is the re-architected game flow. This new game flow was designed to give more time and space to the dribbler and create more one-on-ones. A one-on-one is one of the most interesting parts of football to watch or to play if you actually play the sport. And in FIFA, it's going to be the time where user skill is going to make a difference. And while we're creating more one-on-ones, we're also encouraging more user control defending, and we are reducing the amount of AI defensive support that you get from your teammates.
Okay, all right. So you really want to influence the player to be engaged in that process. And I know it seems like we're kind of just throwing questions out here, but because I'm curious, I'm really interested, right? When I have a controller in my hand, what does this feel like? What extra space is being created with this more player-controlled approach?
Yes, first of all, the re-architected game flow allows us to encourage smart technical build-up based on skill. So when you score a goal, you feel like you really worked for it. And because you mentioned space, yes, spacing is actually one of the biggest benefits of this system. You will see how your teammates spread around the pitch in a more authentic way, allowing you to read the game better and also giving you new ways for you to create your own scoring chances. And visually, just the game looks much more like real football.
Yeah, so my AI teammates are going to be way more helpful for me because Lord knows I need that, all right? Which I think, a lot of us feel the struggle there. But now, what about the player, me, right? As I'm playing this game, what new tools do I have that I could put out there on the pitch?
Yes, so football is all about the decisive moments on the ball. And now that we're encouraging those moments, we're also giving players the tools to make sure those moments are in their control.
Okay.
So there's 4 features that I want to talk about: composed finishing, strafe dribbling, control tackling, and the new penalty kicks and free kicks.
All right, so 4 big topics.
Yeah.
Let's just dive into this. Composed finishing, what do you mean by that?
Sure. We received feedback from the community regarding the difficulty to finish in front of goal.
Okay.
So in FIFA 20, with the new composed finishing, you're going to experience more clinical and consistent shooting when you're in a one-on-one with the keeper, for example. And if you try a more difficult shot, let's say a volley from outside of the box, then you're going to have more chances to miss. So overall, we are improving the fundamentals of shooting to provide a more authentic experience. And we also listen to feedback about time finishing. And we are very confident that the changes that I just mentioned to the fundamentals of shooting, in addition to some tweaks that we're doing to the actual time finishing mechanic, are going to give you a more satisfying shooting experience, whether you time your shot or not. We are actually just releasing another Pitch Notes article about this topic. If you want to know more information, you can check it online.
Okay, so a whole topic just on this alone, which is very dedicated there. Now, you also mentioned another attacking tool, which was strafe dribbling. Yeah. So how is this now going to play a role in how I play out there?
Good question. So we are reinventing the strafe dribbling mechanic.
Okay.
This tool adds more dimension in attack, giving you more control, more precise and agile control of the ball when dribbling. And I would say this tool is great to lure your opponent in, and then when he's getting closer, use your player's agility, speed, and skill to beat that defender.
So if it wasn't any indication, though, I'm going to be on defense quite a bit. So
we'll see.
Because of that, as a defender now,
Yeah.
We're continuing to just run through these tools, these new gameplay additions that are coming to it. What about on the defensive front?
Yes, to counter the attacking tools, we also need to bring some innovation into defending. The new control tackling system, which uses the sophistication from the active touch system from last year, is going to improve your player's tackling ability to ensure you win possession back more often than ever when you tackle in the right context.
Okay, and then the most intense, nerve-wracking moment in any game of FIFA, me and my boy Rob, we went, this is an everyday thing for us. Penalty kicks.
Yes.
What changes are you making to penalty kicks?
We have brand new penalty kicks and free kick systems.
Okay.
So first of all, the aiming mechanics are completely different and more accessible. But obviously, we're keeping some elements of skill in there to make sure there's enough depth in the mechanics for those that want to be masters on those systems. And for example, in free kicks, you're going to have full control of the spin that you apply to the ball, and that's going to create your trajectory. So you can do side spin, top spin, no spin, or a combination of them. And that's going to be based on how you swing your right stick. And then you will see the trajectory. So you can go around the wall, you can go over the wall, you can do a knuckle shot, for example. Ultimately, these systems are more, they're more fun, you have more control, so that you feel like it's more rewarding. And you swing your right stick, and then you see the trajectory being created, and that's the cool part.
So, for like us FPS gamers out there, maybe that's something that I can actually be good at, like
exactly
hit with the right stick. That's awesome. All right, so on the ball, talked off the ball, but the ball. That is the most essential part of the beautiful game. So what's new with the ball?
We have a brand new ball physics system. And the ball is at the center of every match. And the innovation that we're bringing to the ball this year just gives you a more authentic experience in general.
Yeah.
So we rewrote how the ball behaves on every player contact, on every bounce, on every interaction, and how spin affects the trajectory of a shot, pass, or cross. So what you will see is more realistic player deflections, more realistic bounces. And if you do a shot, let's say a finesse shot, you will see maybe more curve. If you do a lace shot, you will see a dipping trajectory, a rising trajectory. There's more variety in general. So the entire FIFA experience feels fresh because of this new ball physics system.
Trying to get that ball to bounce in fun ways is going to create some interesting moments, especially for a lot of our top players out there. Now, I know that a lot of fans, I'm sure, are going to be very excited to try out these new features. And since you have the eyes and ears of a ton of FIFA fans right now, floor is yours. Anything else you want to say to this community?
Yes, so the features that I just talked about are very important, but there are many other changes that we're doing in FIFA 20, and a lot of them are based on community feedback. One of them is pace. We know that sometimes slower defenders can catch up with faster dribblers, so we're tweaking pace in FIFA 20. It doesn't mean that the entire game is going to be based on player speed, but it just means that player physical attributes are going to be slightly more important. We're doing something very similar for strength. And finally, for those players that have mastered the skill moves, we're obviously tuning some of them. Let's say La Croqueta, we're adding new ones. Or if you would like to chain multiple skill moves in a row, then you will get a more realistic outcome. We're working on those.
So you're telling me that Tex can't bust out 3 elasticals at the same time?
We'll see, but you will see new behaviors there.
Tex will still find a way. Tex will still find a way. Well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Now, when can players get their hands on FIFA 20?
So it's going to be September 27th.
Okay.
And there's some good news. If you have EA Access, you're subscribed to EA Access, you can get hands-on September 19th.
Wow. Okay. And then, of course, EA Access coming to PS4.
Exactly. That's good news. So PS4 fans will also be able to play FIFA September 19th.
All right. Look at that there. And, of course, all those details can be found online, so don't forget about that. It is a hot day out here. We've been talking FIFA. I've been having a blast. And Sam, thank you so much, man. Guys, give it up for Sam Rivera once again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome stuff. Now, don't forget, if you're in LA, come down to EA Play, try out FIFA 20 for yourself, or come watch some great street football competition at our custom Volta pitch. Keep an eye out because the FIFA team has a lot more to come between now and September. They'll be posting deep dives on the Pitch Notes platform. And you get more info on gameplay, career mode, pro clubs, Volta, and because we all know you want to talk about it, FIFA Ultimate Team. So keep an eye out for those. I'm Golden Boy. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.